Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you a great exercise for strengthening your inner thigh, your adductors, so that you can get the hips to release and provide space and movement in the sacroiliac and lower back area. So if you're experiencing jamming in that area, or if you're experiencing a lot of low back pain and your spine feels flat on the lower back, this is a great exercise for you. Okay? So I'm going to start out with a yoga brick. You could use a lot of different things for this, a book, but a yoga brick is really the easiest thing to use. And this is something that you can either order from me off of my website, or you can go to a local yoga studio, Whole Foods, a lot of different places have yoga bricks. Now this is a foam yoga brick. I prefer wooden ones, but this is what I have right now, so I'm going to use it. It's a hard foam one though. So in this case, you'll see why either one will work. I like the wood because it provides more feedback, but this will work as well. So I'm going to step my feet about hip width distance apart. I'm going to place the brick just above the knee, okay? So just above the knee into the flesh of the inner thigh. So I don't want to be at the knee where there's bone. I want to be just above the bone where the muscle starts in the leg here, right on this upper leg, this inner thigh, okay? And I'm going to take the brick and I'm going to place it like so. So not this way, not the flat way, but this way. It's the longest distance, and I'm going to place, the narrowest distance vertically, okay? Now, I'm going to put my hands on my hips just for feedback. And right now, I'm going to put them so my elbows are back a little bit. And what I'm going to do is notice that my feet, if I look at my inner feet, they're parallel. They're placed parallel. So their feet are facing directly forward. Now, I have my hands on my hips. My weight is evenly distributed across the bottoms of my feet. So I'm not on the outside of my feet. I'm not on the inside of my feet. I'm not on the front of my feet or the back of my feet or the front of one foot and the back of another foot. But my feet are my weight is evenly distributed across the base of both feet. Okay, this is critical. This is your starting point. You've got to have the feedback of the bottom of your foot with the ground to make this work properly. Barefoot is best, or in socks. I'm wearing a Vibram 5-finger, which is almost barefoot. It's flat. So it's very good feedback. I wouldn't recommend doing this with a shoe on or a sports shoe or anything like that. It's just, it puts you at an odd angle. Flat foot on the floor is the way to go. Barefoot's best. So this is held between my knees here. And I'm going to slowly drop down. So I'm going to bend my knees forward and drop my buttocks down towards the floor. Now as I do that, I'm going to pay attention to whether I torque to one side or another. And if I do, to the extent that I do, because I will, everybody's going to torque slightly, I'm going to correct that torque. Evenly balance the weight across the base of my feet. Feel into my pelvis, look at my knees and see that they're both facing forward. That one isn't more forward or one isn't closer to the center than the other. Is my weight dropping vertically down? My hips have to accommodate this, so I may have to release in my hip here somewhere. And then I just press into the floor evenly and stand up. Now when I stand up and I get to the top here, my knees are still a little bit bent. But I'm going to go ahead and straighten my knees, which pushes my legs together. It pushes this brick into my adductor, the inner thigh, the adductor muscles. And it stimulates them quite a bit. It can be a little tender in there. So go ahead and squish them down. You want your feet to be flat. They'll tend to be on the outside of your feet. Push them down flat. That'll push the brick together more. And then do it again. This is about quality movement, so you want to really look and pay attention. If you have a mirror, it's even better. And then come on back up. Press your feet into the floor. Back down. A set of 3 is a great way to start. You're not looking to do this as an exercise. This is more of a movement evaluation on your part and learning to move differently rather than thinking of this as an exercise for strengthening purposes like a calisthenic. This is not that. Great for opening the hips, providing mobility in the lower back, and also stability and transference of the force that's traveling through your legs, holding your body up, getting it to travel through your pelvis and actually support your torso, supporting your lower back and such, so that your back and your torso and trunk muscles don't have to do that. This is a great exercise for that. Enjoy and give me your feedback.